Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. It's Friday morning. I hope you have had a great week, and we're going into the weekend here. So for some of you, that means the grind will continue. But I hope you're focusing on creating your best life. I'm going to get you started today with the Daily Mastermind quote of the day. It's from Franklin Roosevelt, and it says, "When you come to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on." When you come to the end of a rope, tie a knot and hang on. Boy, that is just a great way to sum up persistence, right? Hey, listen, I want to ask you a question today. What is it that you're focused on when you're trying to create success? What is it that you're focused on? Are you focused on finding and gaining and getting the goals and objectives that you're looking for? Are you chasing success? Do you feel like sometimes you're out there grinding and going through the motions, doing your daily rituals, doing the things you need to, trying to achieve a level of success? Or are you also focused on and really keeping your perspective focused on growth? Focused on growth. In other words, I went through a lot of my career chasing success. I was looking for the best way to achieve certain levels of financial success or communication, relationship, family, whatever it is. And I felt like I was in the mode of constantly chasing and going after my goals, which was a good thing, and I really felt was a great thing. But what I learned later in life, and what I soon found helped to create even more success, was I learned that I also had to work on that internal game, that inner game, and attracting success as much as pursuing. In fact, there's one of my favorite quotes, as you know, is from Jim Rohn, and it said, "Success is not to be pursued, it's to be attracted by the person that you become." Now, as you become a greater version of yourself, obviously you're going to work more, you're going to work harder, you're going to chase success. But I think what I learned, and I want to just kind of give you that perspective to think on as you go through the weekend, is, are you taking action? Are you taking lots of action? But are you also leaving space for attraction? It's something T. Harv Eker used to say to me a lot, and that was, take action, but leave space for attraction. In other words, you have to learn that there's also some hidden benefits of personal growth. In other words, personal growth is really what's going to help you to create the success that you're looking for as much as chasing it. But the byproduct is that by personally growing, you're also going to feel more fulfilled. You're going to feel happier. You're going to feel more like you're creating the life that you were meant to live. Whereas you could go your whole life chasing success, and what you may find is as you achieve certain levels of success, all you do is move the goalposts. All you do is move the benchmark. I found that as I was making more and more and more money, more and more lifestyle, is that there was always another level. It's when you learn to change that focus to personal growth that you truly become more fulfilled, and you become, what you do is you really accomplish success every day of your life, every moment of your life. So how is it that you can continually stay focused on personal growth? Because I always thought it was kind of interesting, how do you chase success but allow space to attract it? Like and most people are on the extremes, right? They're either grinding hard in the hustle, chasing it, or they're sitting back waiting for the law of attraction to happen. And obviously you can sit back all you want and put that positive affirmation out there that checks are going to come in the mail, and they'll never come. They won't pay the mortgage, right? So how do you do this? Well, you follow principles that, and I really like the way Tony Robbins puts it, and that is you focus on creating a beautiful state. In other words, you try to ground yourself in the moment and know that you can only focus on what you can focus on right now. You acknowledge that you are growing and you're not the person you were in the past, but you focus on creating a great state. And you know what I mean when I say this, right? When we've all been in scenarios, whether you're in an environment, let's say you're in a group setting or an event or a meeting, or you're in church, or you're in, some type of a professional setting where you feel very, very productive. But you create this state where your mind starts to begin to say, this is great. I can focus and work at my optimal level. And so creating that state sometimes can happen by listening to the right kind of music. It could be, having your vision board. It could be having things at your disposal. What I'm really trying to emphasize here is you've got to prepare ahead of time for this. Sometimes it's reading, sometimes it's being around the right people, it's listening to a podcast, it's doing your daily rituals, it's working out. I mean, how many of you have gotten done working out and just feel so much better? Your mind, body, spirit, everything feels better. How many of you have listened to, maybe there's a song that you have that when you play that song, it just motivates you and inspires you to take action? What you have to learn to do is put yourself in that state on an ongoing basis, because when you're in that state that makes you feel like you're growing and you're pursuing, but you're enjoying and you're grateful, and what is that state that is your sweet spot? That one that puts you in flow. That one that helps you to know that you are accomplishing things and you're grateful for everything you have, but you're still going to push. And it's that blissful dissatisfaction state of being able to continue to push. So you got to learn to find ways to create that state. And, we ultimately all are chasing things in life because things will help you to feel better and feel more in control and feel more secure. But it's the feelings we're really looking for. And you know as well as I do that if you were to close your eyes right now and imagine a time that you were super happy, or imagine a time that you were feeling very recognized and fulfilled or accomplished and things like that you can feel those things right now. So that's one of the challenges with always chasing things, is because the things are going to get us feelings we could actually feel right now. So learning to keep yourself in that state of flow, that beautiful state, so that you know that you're growing and you're moving forward is the key. Because what happens when you do that, what happens when you're in the perfect state, what I found in my life is it's in those states that the real key to success happens, and that is that then you can take massive action. When you feel like you're in that perfect state, your perspective is in line, your goals are in line, your gratitude's in line, then you need to take all-out massive action. And massive action only comes when you're in the frame of mind and in the perspective and in the state to help you to do that. So that's kind of my message for you today. And I'm going to give you an example of one of the things I do to help me to go into that state. And, one of my favorite all-time speakers, Les Brown, a friend, someone I've had on many, many events, someone that I really look up to, that I've used as a mentor over my life, has had some pretty amazing motivational speeches. I think most everybody probably listening to this podcast knows who Les Brown is. But he has a poem that he'll a lot of times end his talks with. And it's a poem that for me really strikes a lot of emotion. It strikes a lot of motivation. And so this is just one example of something that I might pull out when I need a little kick. And you might have music, pictures, dream board, a journal. There's a lot of ways to do it. But here's a poem that I'm going to leave you with that I'll pull out just to give you an idea, an example of what you can do. And here it goes. I'll just read it to you. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of opposition for it, if you simply go after that thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famine, nor gout, sickness nor pain, of body and brain, can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you beseech it and beset it, with God's help you will get it. I love that poem. I think that's a great poem, but I think it's a great example of something you can use to create emotion and create that state that you have to not only be pursuing success, but to be attracting success by the person that you become. So let's make sure that we are creating the life that we are meant to live. It's never too late to do that. And you have all of the things inside you need to do it. It just takes a decision. Spend your time this weekend thinking about how you can clarify what your best life looks like and start to create it. That's my message for today. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I'll look forward to talking with you again on Monday. Have a great day.